Franklin goes to the hospital. Franklin sometimes has colds and tummy aches, and now and then he gets cuts and bruises. He went to the doctors for regular checkups. And once the doctor came to Franklin's house, but until now, he had never been to the hospital. This is Franklin. Franklin and his friends were playing soccer. The ball was kicked to Franklin, and it hit him hard in the chest. Oof, he groaned, but he kept on playing. That night at bath time, Franklin said, "Ouch," when he dried his tummy. His mother took a closer look. We'll have to go to the doctor first thing tomorrow. Dr. Bear poked and prodded until she discovered a small crack. "It isn't serious, Franklin," she said, "but I have to put a pin in your shell to keep it growing properly." "Will it hurt?" asked Franklin. "We'll give you sleep medicine before the operation so you won't feel a thing," replied Dr. Bear. "When you wake up, you'll be a little sore, but we'll keep you in the hospital overnight to make sure that you're okay." Franklin didn't mind. His tummy was too busy flip-flopping for him to think about eating. After school, Franklin's friends came to visit. Franklin showed them the book about hospitals that Dr. Bear had given him. Fox pointed to a picture and asked why everyone was wearing a mask. "Masks keep germs out of the operating room," explained Franklin. "Are you scared?" asked Beaver. "Of course he's not scared," replied Bear. "Franklin's very brave." Franklin didn't say anything. It was early when Franklin and his parents left for the hospital. With his blue blanket and Sam clutched in his arms, Franklin said goodbye to his room. Franklin's mother gave him a hug. "You'll be home tomorrow," she reminded him. "I know," said Franklin. "You're a very brave little turtle," said his father. At the hospital, Franklin was given a bracelet with his name on it. Then an attendant pushed him down a long hallway in a wheelchair. Franklin stared at all the strange equipment. As they went around corners and through doors, Franklin kept checking to make sure that his parents were keeping up. At last, they reached Franklin's room. A nurse gave Franklin a special gown to wear. She took his temperature and his blood pressure and listened to his heart. "You're a very brave patient," said the nurse. Soon the attendant came back to take Franklin to another room. Dr. Bear was waiting for him. "We're going to take some x-rays," she said. "I need to know exactly where to put the pin." "I don't want x-rays," whispered Franklin. "X-rays don't hurt," explained Dr. Bear. "The machine only takes pictures of what's inside you." He started to cry. Dr. Bear sat down beside Franklin. "Please tell me what's wrong. Everybody thinks I'm brave, but I'm just pretending. X-rays will show that inside I'm scared." "Oh, Franklin," said the doctor, "an X-ray doesn't show feelings. It only shows shell and bones." Franklin thought for a few moments. "Well, I am scared to have the operation, but I know I have to so my shell will grow big and strong." The doctor smiled. "That's what being brave is all about." "I'm ready now," Franklin said. When the x-rays were done, Franklin was taken to the waiting room. "We aren't allowed into the operating room," said Franklin's father. "But we'll be with you in the recovery room when you wake up," said his mother. In the operating room, Franklin said hello to the other doctors and nurses. Dr. Raccoon put a needle for the sleep medicine in Franklin's hand. It didn't hurt at all. And Franklin fell asleep. "Wake up," Franklin called, a faraway voice, but Franklin didn't want to wake up. In his dream, he was scoring the winning goal playing soccer. Slowly, Franklin opened his eyes, and the operation was over. 2 hours later, Franklin was back in the hospital room. He walked slowly to the mirror and looked at his bandages. "I guess it'll be a while before I can play soccer again." "Dr. Bear thinks you'll heal very quickly," said his father. She said, "You're an excellent patient," said his mother, and Franklin smiled. That night, after Franklin had gone home, Dr. Bear came to see him. "I have something to show you." She held up an x-ray. "Is that me?" Dr. Bear nodded. "That's you," she said, "brave through and through." And Franklin got all better.